Hi, this is Jeopardy, AppalReD style. I'm Jennifer Perkins, one of your hosts. I'm an attorney with AppalReD Legal Aid. The other host today is Ellen Johnson. She's another attorney with AppalReD Legal Aid. Let me introduce our contestants playing today. First, we have Amara. She is a child advocate at the Domestic Violence Shelter. Next is Crystal Fisher. She's the Chief Secretary of the Barberville AppalReD office. And last but not least, Connie, who is another secretary with the Barberville AppalReD office. The prizes for today for our contestants will be bragging rights, but for tuning into Facebook and to this event, you could win one of several gift cards being given away. We'll draw one name randomly from anyone who comments and plays along. We'll draw one name from someone new who likes the AppalReD Legal Aid Facebook page, and we'll have 3 chances to win based on questions. I'll announce 3 double Jeopardy questions throughout the game, and that's your cue as a viewer to comment with an answer, and then 3 people that answer correctly throughout the event will be awarded a gift card, and we'll be contacting you after the event is over to get your address to mail that to you. Also, let me put in a disclaimer that Facebook obviously has nothing to do with and is not sponsoring this game / giveaway. Now onto the rules. Except when prompted for a different answer, the answer is going to be like regular Jeopardy, which will be in the form of the response will be, for example, what is or who is. There are a couple of true and false answers, as well as a couple of questions which we will accept several different answers. In the event of a judgment call, Ellen will be the deciding judge. Let's go over the categories. The first category is 2021. This is legal issues or questions that concern the ongoing legal issues involving the pandemic. Helping agencies. This is legal questions of various places where you can turn to for help. Protective orders. This is about protective orders you can get in certain situations. An apple a day is things that AppalReD Legal Aid can help you with. And About AppalReD is about the agency's history and who we are and what we do. I'll be keeping score. We've decided to let Amara, our guest, go first. Ellen will be the spotter for who raises their hand first to buzz in, as it were. The first person that misses the question, then we'll move on to the next person who raised their hand. There will be a final Jeopardy question in which the contestants will wager part or all of their total score. I'm going to ask the contestants to write down how much money or score they want to wager, as well as the answer on a piece of paper, and reveal it to us for final Jeopardy. We'll be taking questions at the end of the game if you have anything about any information that you learned today. And I guess without further ado, Mara, are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Please pick your first category and answer.
About AppalReD for 100.
Okay. And the answer is the number of years AppalReD has been operating.
What is 50 years?
That is correct. I will ask the contestants to make sure that you raise your hand to answer the question.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then let Ellen call you to answer the question. But we're going to go ahead and give that one to you. And it's still your choice, Amara.
About AppalReD for 200.
The answer is, who is the founder of AppalReD?
Crystal.
John Rosenberg.
Correct. And the board is now yours, Crystal.
An apple a day for 300.
And the answer is a process that helps you when you owe a lot of debt and you can't pay.
Crystal.
What is bankruptcy?
That is correct. The board is still yours, Crystal.
Pandemic 2021 for 100.
The answer is, despite the ongoing pandemic, these government buildings are still open and operating to resolve legal issues.
Crystal.
What is the courthouse?
Correct.
Oh, wrong team, Jennifer.
Oh. Well, I apologize. Oh, that is correct. What our courthouse is. Crystal, it's still yours.
Protective orders for 200.
And the answer is, this is a long-term order that protects you from domestic violence and may be entered from 1 to 3 years.
Amara.
What is a domestic violence order?
That is correct. Amara, you have the board back.
Protective orders for 100.
Okay. And the answer is, this is a temporary order that protects you from domestic violence.
Connie.
What is an EPO?
That is correct. Or an emergency protective order. Connie, the board is now yours.
Pandemic 2021 200.
Okay, this is going to be a double Jeopardy question. To remind those in our audience, this means that if you answer, you could, if you have the correct answer, potentially win a gift card. And the answer is, this popular website allows people and attorneys to attend court virtually.
Amara.
What is Zoom?
Correct. And the board is yours, Amara.
Helping agencies for 100.
And the answer is, a place that provides housing for victims of domestic violence.
Amara.
What is a domestic violence shelter?
Correct.
Helping agencies for 200.
And the answer is, these are places where people can file for an emergency protective order.
Crystal.
What is a victim's advocate office?
Well, we would have accepted any of these. So yes, you got one of them.
That is correct. I just want to take a moment to point out there are several places, any of these places you can apply to. Crystal, board's yours.
An apple a day for 100.
The answer is, a common type of case that involves the court entering a decree or order dissolving a marriage.
Amara.
What is a divorce?
Correct.
Apple a day 200.
The answer is, when you are facing losing your rented home.
Amara.
What is eviction?
Correct.
About AppalReD for 300.
And the answer is, the number of Eastern Kentucky counties AppalReD serves.
Connie.
4. Or,
It's-
I was thinking something else, that like just our area.
Well, I have already
Sorry.
erroneously, so I apologize. The answer is 37. Who chose last? I think it was Amara, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're back up.
About AppalReD for 400.
And the answer is, the number of AppalReD offices throughout the region.
Crystal.
What is 5?
And I apologize, the answer is 6. Amara, back to you.
Helping agencies for 300.
And the answer is, these people assist victims and their families by explaining their rights and helping them get the support they need to recover from the trauma of crime.
Amara.
What is a victim's advocate?
That is correct.
Helping agencies for 400.
This is going to be another double Jeopardy question. Again, signal to the viewers out there that you can, if you answer correctly, you could win a gift card. And the answer is, Agency provides low-income taxpayers living in eastern and southeastern counties with expertise and advocacy in resolving their tax matters.
Crystal.
What is the low income taxpayer clinic?
We will accept that, yes.
Crystal, the board is now yours.
Pandemic 2021 for 300.
And the answer is this protective covering is
Connie.
Mask. What is a mask?
that is correct.
I gotta get out of the hole, man.
We're getting competitive here.
Connie, the board is yours.
I'm probably gonna mess myself up here. Pandemic for 400.
Okay. The answer is true or false. I don't have to attend court if I have a court date because of the ongoing
Connie.
COVID-19.
True.
I'm sorry, what was the answer?
What is true?
That is not the answer.
No,
Sorry.
it is false. You do still need to attend court even though there's a pandemic going on.
I was thinking in person is what you meant, but whatever.
Oh.
I was thinking like go to court.
Oh,
I was thinking that wrong.
that's okay. I apologize.
But I believe it's still Connie's board because she did. So it's still
So
your
I
board,
guess,
Connie.
you know. Do I pick again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pandemic 2021 for 500.
Okay. And the answer is through this date of 2021, the Kentucky Supreme Court has mandated virtual hearings with only some exceptions.
Crystal.
What is May 1st?
That is correct. Board is yours, Crystal.
Protective orders for 300.
This is another double Jeopardy question. Again, if you're a viewer and you comment on the Facebook Live feed the correct answer, you can win a gift card. And the answer is this action means the person who you are seeking protection from has personally received a copy of the protective order.
Crystal.
They have been served.
Correct? The board is still yours.
An apple a day for 400.
And the answer is something you receive regarding government assistance intended to help you with income assistance, food assistance, and or housing assistance.
Connie.
What is the Cabinet for Family and Family Health and Services?
I'll give that. That's who gives them. They are benefits from the Cabinet for Family and Health Services. So I'll give that to her.
Okay. We were talking about benefits, for example, Social Security, SNAP, HUD, and unemployment benefits. The board is now Connie.
Connie's. Yeah, it's yours, Connie.
Helping agencies for 500.
Okay. And the answer is this legal clinic located in Lexington, Kentucky provides high quality, low cost immigration legal assistance.
Crystal.
What is the Maxwell Street Clinic?
That is correct. Board is yours, Crystal.
About AppalReD for 500.
And the answer is the number to call to apply for AppalReD services specifically.
Connie.
877.
No.
Our number or what? Is that what you mean?
We're asking for the number you call generally to apply for AppalReD services.
866-257-5733. What is? 87.
That's not correct. So I think Crystal was the second.
What is 866-277-5733?
That is
I should have
correct.
that memorized by now.
You were close.
You're close. Chris, the board is yours.
Protective orders for 400.
The answer is this is the time frame or hours of the day you can file for a protective order.
Crystal.
What is 24 hours a day?
That is correct.
An apple a day for 500.
The answer is the process of having a criminal charge erased from your criminal history and public records.
Connie.
What is expungement?
That is
Correct.
correct. And the last question, protective orders for 500. True or false? A protective order does not prohibit someone from contacting me over social media.
Connie.
What is true?
Now, the answer is false.
False.
A protective order does prevent people from contacting you on any sort of social media. Okay, so that is the game thus far. We have Amara at 1,200. We have Crystal at 2,500 and Connie at -400. Although, because I'm really nice, I'm gonna give you 1,100.
So that you can play double Jeopardy
Kitty day.
or Final Jeopardy. Sorry.
So we'll give you 600 to do Final Jeopardy. And let me switch it to the screen for our question. Share. Okay, so I'll give you all say 15 seconds once you see the answer to write down how much you want to wager and your answer. And then Ellen's going to read your answers once they're revealed, and then how much money you won or lost based on the answer. So
Well, they can go ahead and make their bets based on the category. So the category is AppalReD History. So go ahead and make your wagers. Once you have, look at the camera and we will read the answer.
So let me know when you're ready to go. You're ready for the question.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Okay, everyone's ready. We'll read the answer now. And the answer is incorporated under this name. This organization, also known as AppalReD Legal Aid, helps the impoverished navigate the legal system in southeastern Kentucky. I will give you 15 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Okay, has everyone got their answers ready?
Mm-mm.
I'll give you a couple more seconds, and then I'll turn it over to Ellen. Okay, Ellen, it's to you now.
Okay, we will start with Connie. How much did you wager?
Mhm.
And did you? So you are down 200.
The answer is what is
No, don't.
okay.
Ah, you still dancer.
Okay, Amara, what did you get?
It says, what is Appalachian and Research Defense?
We will accept that. She gets 1,000, Jennifer.
Okay.
And then Crystal. 1,200, Appalachian Research and Defense Fund of Kentucky. That is correct.
That is correct. Thank you all for playing. Let me go back and look at the scores here. And so that means that Crystal is our winner. Thank you all so much for playing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that you all got some information about what's going on with the pandemic and what AppalReD is and what we do and what you can help you with. So if there's any questions now, we'll take questions.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes for questions before we wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate it. and hope you learned something.
Legal aid provides assistance to people who don't have the money to hire an attorney to help them present their case. When we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, we end with, and justice for all. And that's what legal aid does. Legal aid helps make that promise a reality in the United States so that justice is for all and not just for the few who can afford it.
There's no way in the world I could have afforded to get legal representation if I had to pay. And so, you know, when you get the type of representation that I got, and it's a nonprofit organization, I don't really know if there's any words that can describe how much that means to a woman coming out of an abusive relationship with 2 children. You know, can you really put a price on your and your children's safety? And so I'm just really grateful.
She had filed this domestic violence petition alleging that her now ex-husband had followed her state to state. And so she had moved to Kentucky for a support system, and he showed up randomly. And that's when she became terrified because of the history of domestic violence.
I've had to go to court many times by myself, and the anxiety and the paranoia and just the physical illness that you feel, terrified that you step. No one should ever have to go into a courtroom without representation. No one. We don't know all the legal mumbo jumbo. There's times when I was in court with her where we get out of court and I was like, what? And she's had to explain to me, you know, what was said, because when you get into all that legal talk, for someone like me, you're speaking alien.
I feel like it makes the community better because we're able to go to court and hold people accountable and ensure that the justice system is a little more fair.
I mean, I remember after I sat down with her for the first time and just did a consult, I cried for about an hour in my car down the road, because it was, I don't want to get emotional. It was the first time somebody cared. It was the first time I had like a beacon of hope.
You are entitled to an attorney in criminal cases. Unfortunately, that does not spread to civil cases. So it can be very scary for someone to encounter one of these lawsuits and know that they have no right to counsel.
My husband ended up having emergency heart surgery, and they was not sure if he would survive or not. So I ended up halfway through my mortgage, and then the mortgage company decided that I would not re-qualify for the balance of my mortgage. So I started making phone calls to get help to not lose my home. This was my inheritance, was this piece of property. I feel like it's my heritage, and they were going to take it away from me. It doesn't give them a right, because they have more money than me, to come after me. And people don't have a recourse. People feel that I did not feel that I had a recourse at the time. I could not afford to pay thousands of dollars out an attorney. I'm trying to save my house. If I can't pay the house, I can't pay a big high-dollar attorney bill. So then we started a bankruptcy proceeding, which stopped them from coming. In the meantime, while I was in this proceeding, though, the mortgage company sent a person out here to my home while my husband still had stitches in his chest to put a lock on the house. And I did not even have a court order. And I said, get off my property. When my grown children stepped up and helped, and if we hadn't had them, I couldn't have made it by myself. Between them and AppalReD, the good Lord above, that's what saved us.
My 21st birthday, I landed on Eglin Air Force Base. So I served 4 years active duty there on Eglin. I traveled all over the United States, and I got to do one tour in Saudi, 129 days. I don't particularly care for that one, but it gave me experience. In 1999, I had my son, and I decided to not renew my contract with the Air Force, and so in December of 1999, I got out, came back home. I had to have a surgery, and so I had to take some time off work and couldn't do a whole lot there for a while, so I got behind on financial matters, the Jeep being one. Actually, it was 14 days past the due date, and he took my vehicle. I called the police, first of all, and then as they were talking to me, and they said, well, is it financed? And I said, well, yeah, but I mean, it's not 30 days late. He agreed to take my payment, and nowhere in my imagination did I think that he had took my car. So they checked into it, and sure enough, it had been repossessed illegally.
When I talked to the man who owned the car dealership, I didn't say anything to him really other than this is the law.
She was something, let me tell you. She didn't let him mow her or plow over her like he did me.
So I'm always happy to sometimes explain the law to a car dealer if I need to, and that day I think he heard me loud and clear, so we were glad.
The day we signed the contract and I drove off in my Jeep, it was like, I know it's not the most beautiful vehicle, but to me it is, because it was a battle getting it back. I only have 2 more payments. I will have the title free and clear on my Jeep, which is wonderful to me.
The need for our services in our community is overwhelming, and unfortunately, based on the resources that we have, it's not uncommon that we have to turn people away for services.
People go into court, face the loss of their home, maybe the loss of income, the loss of custody of a child, maybe the loss of health coverage, any variety of very important and life-changing interests that are at stake. And anybody with money would never face those kinds of issues without an attorney. One of the things that drew me to legal aid was the opportunity to work for the powerless, for the forgotten, for those who have no one else to stand with them. And we at Legal Aid, we are there to stand with those people who have no one else. And I continue after 20 years of doing this to be so proud to be a part of this legal aid community that does so much every day for people when they face these kinds of problems without lawyers.